Let's talk about Opie and Anthony blind gossip items.
All right. Ian Halpern does this. By the way, Ian Halpern gave us the scoop on Matt Lauer, but didn't mention him by name when he said TV host having an affair. Oh. And Matt Lauer is denying that is the case, but that's the guy that Ian Halpern was talking about in one of those blind items a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Yes. But Lauer's saying no fucking way, it's just not true. So, but we got our own blind items with Club Soda Kenny. Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah.
What's the music?
Do we need dramatic music for everything?
Kind of do. But you don't. How about a dance song? Because you like the strobe.
Show tunes, anything.
No, what dance song would you like for your blind item, Danny?
Yeah, how about one of those faggoty disco songs that Kenny listens to?
Oh, Kenny, see what Danny just did there?
I know.
That was a shock.
It's all right. It's okay. It's par for the course for Mr. Negative Energy.
I'm negative energy when this guy's falling asleep on the couch. I'm negative energy. That's nice.
Very funny.
Yes,
Sleeping
Kenny?
has nothing to do with being, a
Kenny,
negative Nancy.
It's no big surprise you don't like me. Say whatever you're going to say.
You keep insisting that.
You think Kenny doesn't like you, Danny?
I know Kenny doesn't like me.
How do you know?
The way that you've treated me over the last 4 years.
How is that?
Kenny, why don't you do your little bit?
No. Let's do this bit.
Let's do blind items.
No, people love
Kenny.
this nonsense. Explain to me how and why I don't like you.
No.
You brought it up.
That's a fair question.
Let's see. I'm not allowed to get breakfast, my order in here anymore, so I have to actually leave the room. Kenny has instructed interns to not come in here and get anything for me or bring me anything in here. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay, incorrect.
Well, point counterpoint there.
Well, what's Danny's thinking something? What's the...
He's blaming me for something I shouldn't have the blame for. All right? It was brought to the executive producer's attention that it was distracting for interns to come in and for you to order breakfast.
Okay,
so why I get the blame for that is beyond me.
There's so many things that I should have kept a list because now they're in one ear and out the other.
Okay, well, your first one was
things.
incorrect. What's your next one?
Kenny, just
But there's
do
so
whatever you're
many.
do whatever you're doing, Kenny.
No, there's so many. You know what? I'll give you 5 minutes to think.
Thanks, Ken.
Are you mad now? You took your headphones off?
No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
You brought it up. How am I Mr. Negative Energy if we're going to come up with lists of things to talk about? Go ahead.
No, the ball's in your court.
No, I want to know because that's what was brought up first.
No,
so how am I Mr. Negative Energy then?
You said I don't like you, and I'm waiting for the reasons to justify your statement.
Well, where did your statement come from? Where was that? Where did you pull that out of your house from?
Ask anybody on the staff.
No, ask you. Because you don't like me, so I'm Mr. Negative Energy to you.
You mean nothing to me. It's not that I don't like you. You mean nothing to me.
Okay.
All right? But the thing is, take a poll, all right? If Danny doesn't do it, Danny doesn't like it and thinks it's a shit idea.
That's not true at all.
Take a poll.
Where should I take it?
With the staff. That's where you should take it.
Okay.
All right? But I'm still waiting for you to justify why you think I don't like you. Because one time... they were talking about you,
Kenny.
And I piled on just to be funny, and you go, "Oh, I never knew Kenny didn't like me." I was just piling on to be funny.
We used to joke around at CBS all the time, and it was always Sam time, and you didn't want to. There was never any friendliness with me, so I just let it go. It's obvious, Kenny. It's obvious.
Said the blind man. If it's so obvious, how come you can't justify anything?
Okay.
Wait, do you have your own poll?
No, I don't.
You said how about we take a poll?
It's true.
Who's supposed to talk? You?
George went back in here.
So there's no problem between you and him?
No, look. Does
I
it
would
bother
say-
me he doesn't say hello to me every day? No. A lot of people despise me. It's okay. It's all right. He thinks I don't like him. That's fine. He tells people he thinks I don't like him. I know he tells people. But it's fine. I don't think anything of him not to dislike him.
Dan, how come you think Kenny doesn't like you, though? I mean, that's a fair question. I mean, you know what I mean?
Just the way that I've interacted with Kenny over the last 5 years that I've known the guy, that's the impression that I get. That's the impression that I get.
No. I've had one bad interaction with you that I can remember, which you can blame on alcohol.
What happened?
He was sneaking people backstage at
First
a
of all, that's
traveling
not
virus
true.
show.
First of all, that's not true right
That's
off the bat. So if you want
absolutely
to talk about truths and non-truths, that's not true.
That's
There was no
cool.
alcohol involved, first of all. Second of all, if you really want to get into this, there was no sneaking at all. The pass was an escort pass. I had some friends at the show. They said, hey, can we go? I wasn't bringing 1,000 people backstage. I was escorting a couple of friends of mine and then escorting them out. And it was to my knowledge that was okay. And then I got dragged aside by Kenny, who screamed in my face. And that was the end of it.
Kenny?
And since that day, I don't think me and Kenny have ever gotten along on anything.
That was it? Before that, it was nice?
That's not even worthy of me to debate about him.
Why?
Because he knows he was drinking that day.
Wow,
right?
Kenny, really?
Yeah. You weren't?
Maybe I had a beer or two, but you make it sound like I was some fall-down drunk. Just going, all my friends can come back and party. It was nothing remotely close to that.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Who are you trying to convince, me or you or the radio listeners?
Kenny, I'm just telling you what happened. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm telling you how it happened.
I'm wrong. You're right. Excuse me.
Dude, I'm just telling you. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm just telling you. That's how it went down. I remember it quite clearly.
Of course you do.
And that's how it was.
That's why you didn't bring it up, because you remember it so clearly. When you said there was so many reasons.
Yeah,
What's
that's one.
next?
Your bid, apparently.
See? He just wants to change the subject.
Would that be negative?
No, he just, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Maybe because Danny's saying he wasn't bringing people back that were. So what made you think that he was bringing back people that weren't supposed to be back there? I honestly don't remember.
Because I was standing right next to him when he was whispering to all his friends, bringing them through the stage door. He didn't even realize I was there.
Dude, what are you even talking about? How many of my friends were backstage at one time?
That I don't know.
One, because I was told that you could with the pass or whatever it was. It was explained to me that you could escort somebody back there. That's how it was explained to me. I wasn't leaving a group of people back there. I would escort them in, and I would escort them out. And then for some reason, all of a sudden, it was a problem, and then it didn't happen again.
It was a problem because you were wrong and you were spoken to about it. That was a show. It wasn't a free-for-all party.
I understand, and I don't feel that it was a free-for-all. I felt that given the parameters that were in place, I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong. When you had alerted me to the fact that it was not appropriate, I stopped. But I felt that
that's true.
In the way, well, that's fine, and you have, and you could run, you could run your security however you'd like, and that's fine, and I respect that, and I did respect that. I felt that maybe the reaction was a little over the top, but your view, your recollection of the account is nowhere close to what actually happened.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
And this is where it
I
all
wasn't
went
drinking
wrong?
that day.
Excellent, Ken.
What's that, GH?
That's where it all went wrong?
No, I forgive and I forget.
But before that incident, you guys got along?
Yeah, I always
Danny?
got along with the guy.
Was that when it all went wrong? After that day?
I don't know. I've tried, like I said, I've tried to be very nice to Kenny, and I've always been met with indifference.
How do you try? By not saying hello to me every day? Is that how you try?
When should I say hello to you, Kenny? When I'm in the office prepping for the show? When should I say hi to you?
No, like when you walk down the hallway.
Travis, do I say hi to you when I come in the morning?
No, we're all very quiet in the morning.
Do I say hi to D-Boy or Sam? Sam, do I say hello to you when I come in the morning?
I think you guys should be saying hi to each other.
I
You
will.
see each other every day. Just I'm
not a big good morning guy. I don't say good morning to the security guards. I'm not one of these cheery good morning guys.
And I yell a big hi, even though you guys got headphones on, hoping you hear it, just to start the day off nice with a little hi. You guys really don't say hi to each other?
Yeah, maybe people won't think you're so negative if you give everybody a big hearty hello.
I'll have to try it, Ken, because I need to make sure that I make you happy during the
No,
day.
not me.
I'm sorry that you think that I'm Mr. Negativity, but I don't know. You're allowed to have your opinion of me. I'm allowed to have my opinion of you. I don't understand why this is even on the
Exactly,
air.
but you got to back it up.
What did you guys used to do? Joke and stuff?
That's the thing. I would try to joke with Kenny, and Kenny he would have no from
day one. You guys didn't get along?
No, him and Sam will have back at CBS because that's back when I was in the back office where it was a little more social.
Right.
And you try to have your fun. And
are you jealous that these two get along?
Oh,
Kenny
not at
and
all.
Sam?
I could give a fuck.
Kenny,
What was the question?
do you like Sam better? Is that the problem?
No, Sam's a little prick I don't trust as far as I can throw him.
But you get along with him,
Yeah.
so it's not that.
Yeah,
He doesn't
guy.
trust me.
Sam.
It's not that at all. It's just that it was blatantly obvious that if Sam threw something out there, Kenny would run with it, and then if I tried the same gag, it was just he'd look up from the computer screen and that was it. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not joking with Kenny.
Is that true, Kenny?
I can't recall.
Your brain's too small.
Yeah.
You don't have that ability.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
So
So I have to back up stuff, but he doesn't have to. Okay.
I
What's that,
can't
Jimmy?
recall.
What is this all about?
yeah, we work in very close quarters here. I mean, we're around each other a lot.
I think it's weird that even people that get along don't
Kenny-
say hi in the morning. I understand why
Let's
you
just-
two aren't saying hi, but you
Hang on.
obviously get along with Travis and Derek and Sam, right?
I get along with everybody.
So, all right, but why don't you guys say hi to start the day?
I just
That's
think
weird
that
to me.
it's early and we're just not.
Even if-
none of us are that guy.
You're being cordial is overrated.
Really? Even if I'm in a bad mood, I'll at least give a nod like, hey, what's up?
You
We're
even
about
say
to
hi
do radio together
You
here.
do say hi to Steve, to your credit.
Yeah, and, Steve.
I hear you.
I even give him a hi.
That's just when we get in, it's early. We just want to sit down and get our shit done.
I really
and
think
it.
that's weird, but I mean, that's just me. Not saying you guys should have a, hey, what's going on? How you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. But
We typically don't say goodbye either. We're in, we're out.
I say hello to you every morning. I got nothing else to talk about because I'm not that bright. I'm not a good conversationalist.
Tomorrow, can you make sure my seat is clear, by the way?
Oh, yeah. I had a little lapse in judgment.
I sat on something that maybe I shouldn't be sitting on in Kenny's
fist?
car. And it made the doorman very uncomfortable this morning when he saw what I sat on.
Yeah.
But it's not about that right now. So how are we going to solve this?
So Kenny, what do you think?
Maybe this is a good thing.
It's
Maybe
always good.
Danny and Kenny could solve their differences. Kenny, what do you need from Danny?
Nothing. We could just be cordial and work together and be
Kenny,
nice.
I'm cordial with you. I don't think that I've ever been uncordial with you. But when you come in here and you make a comment, I'm going to make a comment back because I didn't bring it. I didn't start this. I didn't start any of this stuff. You had a comment to make, so you made your comment.
Okay.
What's
the point?
What was the comment?
The point is that I didn't start this. You brought it up, so have fun with that.
About being negative?
It started with Danny poking fun at Kenny's musical taste, and then Kenny responded by calling him
Because I
negative.
can't. Everybody could joke except for me.
But now
'cause
we
then
can't-
it's me. It's personal.
Well, now we can't do Kenny's bit because you kind of just said, well, do your bit, which makes it awkward for everybody. Because now,
Oh, yeah, no.
Were you offended?
now we can't do Kenny's bit.
Were you offended when Danny said that? Did you think he was kind of taking a shot at you?
Which part?
Not offended, but do you think he was taking the music? Because saying Kenny responded with something that was kind of like,
Oh, yeah,
And I'll tell you something, Kenny. It wasn't smashing you, but it is a known fact. Like when you did your DJ thing, it was the disco songs, and no one really expected you, the big, Maluk Kenny, to listen to 70s disco music. And it was a goof. And then you responded with something that was really real.
All right, then I apologize. I didn't mean it.
You see,
Cordial. I love it.
this is.
Yeah.
I just love that.
So I should say good morning to Kenny. Yeah, all right.
No, you should start by saying good morning to the people you do like around here. That would be a start.
So you don't think Kenny's apology was sincere?
That's a good question, Jimmy.
Oh, is this a real question?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just joking.
No,
No, I don't
of
think
course
so.
we're joking. Kenny?
No, I always take the high road and do the right thing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So you and Danny seem good now.
Yeah.
What will happen tomorrow?
Tomorrow's another day.
But what will happen? Do you think there'll be a high or something? Maybe this breaks the ice and gets you two back together. Does it sound like you guys had fun before the big incident?
Time will tell,
show?
GH.
And that's when it went wrong for good?
What?
The virus show?
I don't know. I told you, man. I don't think Kenny... I could recall some other things that was, like, real early on.
Well, what? Sam,
like what? Let's get it out. We're not going back to this anytime soon.
Yeah.
We'll actually have a radio show to do tomorrow.
Let's see. I remember there was one time I called Kenny because Zig, you guys know Ziggy. I mean, for the radio fans out there, it's a long story. But anyway, he called me for some virus tickets, and I'm not the guy who divvies out tickets. So I said, well, let me go through the proper channels and let me talk to Club Soda. I'm not going to promise you anything until I talk to Kenny.
Right.
So I called Kenny and I said, hey, Zig is looking for a couple of tickets. He said, how many? And I think it was, I mean, it wasn't a lot, but it was more than the normal +1. I think it might have been like +3 or 4. Mm-hmm. And all Kenny really had to say was, oh, that's a lot of tickets for one person. I'll tell you what, I'll give you, and then whatever Kenny thought would be acceptable. But instead of taking that approach, Kenny just decided to say, well, if he thinks that that's appropriate, then I guess that it is. And like, it went back and forth like 4 or 5 times until I was like, Kenny, look, can he have the tickets or not? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just asking for a friend. And then you're coming back to me, with snarkiness. And I'm just trying to ask a favor for a friend. Either the answer is yes or the answer is no.
That wasn't a good answer, what I said?
No, I didn't feel that it was.
What? Because I wasn't going to say no to the guy.
Yeah, but you're also coming across putting it in my court, making it a judgment call for me to decide whether or not that his request is valid or not. And it's not my business to make that call. You tell me, you're the ticket guy. I went through the proper channels. I said I have to go to Kenny. So you're the man to ask about stuff like this. So either you approve or you disapprove. There's no middle ground. Either you say yes or you say no. I don't need to sit on the phone for 20 minutes playing games about 2 tickets. I could give a fuck. Either it's yeah or it's no.
It wasn't 2 tickets. You said it wasn't 2 tickets.
I said it was, above and beyond the norm of 1 + 1. So let's call it 1 + 3.
Right.
So if you felt that it was an inappropriate request, that's all you have to say. I don't have to sit on the phone and play little games with you. You just say, no, I don't think that's an appropriate thing. He could have this, and that's that.
Well, if I thought that, that's what I would have said. I said what I thought.
It's like pulling teeth.
Why is it?
Well, anyway,
like
that's I think that's one of the first.
I still don't know why you guys
things.
don't like each other after 20 minutes of this, half hour of this. I really don't.
It's just vibes, man.
You want Kenny to pay attention to you?
What's that?
I don't know. Do you want Kenny to pay attention to you? Like, I don't really understand why.
I feel the same way as Kenny, where he doesn't give a fuck if I exist or not. I'm pretty much the same way with him. I mean, if he's here or not.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
Jimmy?
Well, you guys obviously both have certain feelings on it. I mean, it's like they both are not completely indifferent. We work in too close quarters to be totally indifferent because literally 20 hours a week we're together.
I'm starting to think there's a man crush.
25 hours a week.
And Kenny might have his man crush on Sam and not Danny's.
I think it has nothing to do with that. No, I mean,
was a joke.
I just come in.
I mean,
I know, but I'm saying I come in. I do the stuff that is assigned to me to do. And I don't feel that one of my show duties is being super nice and friendly with Kenny. I don't give a fuck.
Kenny, do you want Danny to be super nice to you?
No, not super nice. He can be the same way he continues to be.
What's that?
Ignores me. It's up to him.
Sam?
I think Danny and Kenny both feel that they are owed a certain amount of respect from the other. Not above and beyond what anybody else gets, but Kenny feels he should have X amount of respect from Danny, and Danny feels he should have X amount of respect from Kenny, and neither...
Why don't you shut up? You're so wrong.
I'm not...
I got a big head. I got to walk around here demanding respect. I get no respect.
I think...
I'm the big O for the show.
Right, that's your line. You say these things, but I think that you feel you're owed a certain respect from staff members, and Danny feels that he is owed the same respect, and neither of you two think you're getting it.
That's not true at all. Actually, that's not true. I don't care.
Both disagree.
I don't care if Kenny respects me or not. It's just that I have a problem. I have a problem with Kenny when it almost seems like he goes out of his way to make sure I don't like him. Is that weird?
But you don't care if he exists. You
How
can't
do I go out of my way?
I don't know. Well, you call me Mr. Negativity. That's number one.
Yeah,
and I've heard that from another.
I didn't go out of my way for that. I was already here.
I heard that from another source, that was called that had used that exact phrase, so like I kind of know where it's coming from. All right,
Who?
Kenny. You obviously you've said something to other people about it, so that's fine. I would appreciate if you could come to me if you feel that way. I'm sorry that you actually had to go elsewhere to get your point across. About how you felt. That's fine. Whatever.
It's a two-way street. You didn't come to me and say,
What do I have
hey,
to come to you with? What do I have to come to you with?
Why don't you like me?
I don't care. That's not
Then
something that I care about.
If you don't care so much, then what are you caring about?
I don't care.
So there's a negativity in the air?
Kenny seems to think so.
Everybody, they can come to their own conclusions.
But you're saying?
Yeah, like Danny said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. That's all. Maybe it's me.
In the end, maybe it's just you?
Yeah, man.
Now we can't do your bit because he called to do your little bit, which makes
No, we have to do it. There's good stuff here. I would like to do it on
We have a guest waiting as well.
on the Opie and Anthony show.
Danny going to keep it positive while he does his little bit?
Of course.
Yeah? What if it doesn't go well?
Well, then it'll speak for itself.
Yeah, it's not going to go well. It's not supposed to go well.
Oh, my God.
The bit. That's the bit. To not go well.
That's your bits, right?
Yeah.
They're not supposed to go well.
Yeah.
That's an easy place to be.
That's the beauty of me.
See, I hope my bits go well. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong.
No expectations.
Is the best way to go, right?
Yeah.
All right. So how do we get into this awkward bit?
I just start.
How long was the bit?
Quick.
Okay.
And then we'll get Mike Baker in here?
Yeah, we got it. Mike's a
All right.
serious
Maybe
man.
some music should start the.
Yeah, but that's where this whole thing started because
Yeah.
Danny said something about, what was it? Faggy dance? What was it?
Disco music.
Was it faggy in there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Faggoty.
Faggoty.
Faggoty disco music.
So why would you bring the music thing up, Sam?
Just to start just to start the bit, I guess.
Who do you think is less cordial to each other? For real.
Yeah, Sam doesn't hold back. What's going on here?
I think what I said about the respect thing is more accurate than they're letting on, because I think that neither one of them are cordial to each other. They both, I think, make it so that they don't care that the other one knows that.
There's a lot of caring going on here, though.
Yeah, I'm not
For
going to
two
beat
people
a
that are
dead
saying they don't
horse.
care.
Right. Kenny doesn't like it when people disrespect him or don't like him.
Yeah, I know when to cut my losses.
And Danny doesn't
Dude,
like
he's
that
still
Kenny
going.
doesn't like him.
Yeah, I'm still going because there's a show.
Is this interesting to anybody?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man, we officially said this is a bizarre show, so when you make it official, then you just go with all the weirdness, and you try not to bring it back on track.
Anybody who doesn't like conflict is no friend of mine.
Yeah. In the end, I blame Anthony for calling in sick last minute. We'll blame him tomorrow.
And George went.
And George went, and his stupid beer, and his dumb hangover. I think. All right, Kenny, now the awkward bit that everyone's been waiting for, including Danny.
Hit the disco music.
What disco song do you want? That might bring everyone back together. A nice, happy disco song. Faggoty disco song.
Yes,
I don't know. What about Sister Sledge? I wonder why I'm the greatest dancer.
Travis, do you have that? And Danny did not roll his eyes, so that's good. He's going with this.
It's up to him.
I apologize, Kenny. I don't have that.
But don't they play that on the Stroh? Maybe it's called
Of
something
course
else?
they do. Where's Joe Causey when you need him?
What'd you say the song is called?
Maybe that's not the name
It's
of it.
the band is Sister Sledge.
Right.
I don't know the name. It's like I wonder why is the
We Are
greatest
Family?
dancer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, maybe.
We are family.
You want We Are Family?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's what it's called.
All right.
All right, here we go.
I'm
Kenny's
not
bit.
smart.
All right, this is Blind Items with Club Soda Kenny.
Get into it.
Kenny's little bit.
Which O&A producer coincidentally took a sick day the same day as Nicole Bigham's of the Morning Mashup?
Really? This is a blind item?
Juicy.
I know Sam was out Friday.
Friday, Sam had a sick day.
I'm not a producer. I was out Friday.
Yeah.
Are we looking at Sam? Sam and Nicole Bigham's are hooking up?
Oh, you didn't hear from me.
You didn't hear from me. Why? She was out and Sam was out.
Oh, coincidentally, they both had sick
Hey,
days.
good for you, Sam.
I guess she was sick. I was not in. We were not even. We didn't even speak to each other that day.
All right, if that's what you say, if that's the story you're sticking to.
Yeah. We have another blind item.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this little bit's continuing, huh?
Yeah.
Now you're mad at Kenny, too?
Yeah.
By the end of this, I think we're all going to be mad at you, Kenny.
Fine.
Jimmy, are you mad at Kenny yet?
I'm not actually, no.
No, you're good with him?
No.
He will be after this one.
Go ahead.
Which O&A show member will be in Seattle on Friday, May 28th?
Danny's not laughing, though. Danny, you could have laughed at that. He's giving you a shit-eating grin right now. See, this isn't supposed to be good. Right, Kenny? That's what you said?
I'm confused. I thought it was because I thought it wasn't supposed to go good.
Is it going good?
I don't know. It's not for me to decide. It's up to the fans.
Yeah, he didn't think of it, so it's no good.
Yep.
See, why you
What-
got to be Mr. Negativity, Kenny?
Wait, what does that mean, Kenny? Sam, do you know what that means? I'm really confused.
Kenny's implying that Danny doesn't appreciate bits that Danny is not involved in.
Danny?
I don't have to like this bit. That's my opinion. But at the same time, that isn't true.
Do you like bits that other people do?
Bits are fine.
Name one bit that you weren't part of that you liked. Just to prove that Kenny's wrong.
Well, all right. Well, what kind of bit? What are we talking? Like a
No, Sam is saying that Kenny's saying
like cherry
that if
darts
you're
is fun. I didn't invent cherry darts. That's a fun bit.
But you were involved in it.
Why? Because I showed up.
I mean, you organized it.
someone had to show up Friday.
Well, because people emailed an email address that I was checking. It doesn't. How am I involved with cherry darts?
You organized it and you played.
I don't
You were
see. I don't
involved.
see how you follow.
Family.
All right. Next blind item from Kenny. We got Mike Baker standing by.
Yeah. Apologies.
Which O&A intern left a bar in a huff after Bobo called him a red-headed faggot?
I don't know the interns' names.
The one that looks like Bozo, Dustin.
His name's Dustin.
Is that really what happened?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Bobo said what?
Called him a red-headed faggot.
The interns went out drinking, and Love Buzz was coaxing Bobo to speak badly of Dustin.
This was after Cherry Darts?
Yes.
Okay. Danny threw his mic away. He's not liking this.
It was in my way. I put it to the side.
And I saved the best for last.
All right.
Which O&A show member is celebrating a birthday next week and wants everybody to give him lots of presents?
Ooh. I got a birthday coming up Sunday.
Bingo! We have a winner!
And it's not the listener.
I was imitating Voss.
Yeah, because Voss says Pingo.
Yeah.
I don't mind presents.
Yeah, no, I think the listeners
Yeah?
should show their appreciation
Yeah?
and send you a lot of gifts.
What's the address?
It's Sirius XM Radio, 1221 Avenue of the Americas. Attention, Greg Opie Hughes, New York, New York, 10020.
Is that it, Kenny?
That's it. That's my contribution.
Danny, was that good?
It was excellent. I thought it went very well.
Thank you,
Did I?
Daniel. I accomplished what I needed to do.
What was that?
Kill time.
That's all we're doing. Could you interrogate Danny and find out why he doesn't like Kenny, and interrogate Kenny to find out why he doesn't like Danny?
I caught that first episode of the Kenny Hates Danny show.
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah, that was really good.
No, we spoke outside in the hall for
You and Kenny did?
yeah, like 25 minutes.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have that on the air.
yeah.
That
it was
awkward
all right.
talk after the conference. Here
Was it-
comes
you
You
Kenny.
little
guys
bit
seem to
better?
end on a good note.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
you
see
seem
what
to end on a
happens.
good note.
Yeah, I mean, we try to, have a real discussion as human beings.
I think that.
I don't think there could be any promises made, but I think that.
I think the show's- I think
What the fuck did you say about me?
See, I called you a scumbag actually under
You
my
guys
breath.
made up and you don't even tell me? That shit has to be on the air.
No, we just came to a conclusion.
What's the conclusion? Oh, it's going to ruin everything. It's going to ruin 25 minutes. Watch this. Yes, Kenny. What's the
No,
conclusion?
you got a legitimate guy here.
Mike
Yeah.
Baker.
Is this mic? Is Kenny's mic on?
Yeah.
It sounds really.
I think that it's because there's too many mics on right now. Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
Are
Kenny.
those
I'm
guest
sorry.
mic on? Because usually they take out.
No.
No?
Okay.
No, I saw them. They had a nice little conversation after the show. Everything went well. Danny walked away. Kenny looked at me and said, "What a
Kenny?
fucking douche."
I knew it.
What's your take on the conversation that you and Danny had?
I'm terrific.
Misunderstanding?
That was what you took away from that conversation. I'm terrific.
He took away that he's terrific.
Was it a misunderstanding?
Yeah, who's better than me?
Somewhere along the line, I think the show got like split into teams and stuff. I think we got to bring the whole team back together.
Yeah,
I think we
team-building
all got to
exercise.
start by saying hi in the morning. Let's
I
all
did
start with
mention-
a good old hi.
I did mention to Kenny that we all do work for the same show here, and it just seems a little odd that there would be, bullshitty little infighting like that. So let's just all make the show as good as it could be.
Kenny, you good with that?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, as a former CIA officer, I'm not really buying his body language. He didn't look like he was selling himself completely there. There's an underlying issue. I don't want to play Dr. Phil, but it's an underlying issue. If I were you, I wouldn't get in a dark room with this guy because he's going to beat the shit out of you one day. There's a lot of rage.
I just have
building
to.
there.
I mean, I don't have to trust Kenny. I just have to function with him.
Yeah. But Mike, that's a very good point. Now, by this body language that Kenny has, if you could even call it that, what can you tell us about Kenny? What can you say?
You know what? He's first thing. He's a stand-up guy. He's standing there. He's open, right? I mean, if he was standing there, his arms were crossed. He was kind of looking down, kind of looking at you sideways or whatever. But the way he's standing, very open. I don't think he's trying to hide anything except for his dislike of Danny. And frankly, I've just met Danny. I understand. But no, I think just taking him right there, his posture is basically an open, honest stance. The way that he's
Unapologetic, almost. He's not
Unapologetic,
going to bullshit.
yeah.
It's very accurate. Kenny's a guy who... the interesting thing about Kenny, and Kenny, when he was Dice's road manager and security guy, Kenny at times is hard for people to take, because Kenny can be very harsh. But I've never met a guy who was less phony when it came to wanting people to like Kenny will tell you, and I might talk about your situation, Kenny will go, no. Like, I'm such a weasel. It's hard for me to say no. It's really hard for me. But Kenny will say the things that we all kind of want to say.
Yeah. He loves saying those things, too.
Yeah, the fact that he has
takes
a
pleasure
tenting in the front of his pants is the problem.
Yeah, we think he gets boners when he
says no.
when he ruins someone's day.
But it's an ability that I kind of admire, because I want to be liked so much. And it's not that he doesn't, but Kenny's willing to do things that are going to make him not liked. And I'm really not talking about this situation. I'm talking about stuff that's happened on the road with club owners. Like, where they'll try to fuck you for an extra few tickets. And I'm like, well, don't you think? And Kenny's like, I counted 350. You're saying 330. He just calls the guy out. It's like, you have an ability to do that I don't have.
And Mike, if that's your real name.
Yeah.
If you're looking for new guys.
I changed my name after that Stan Myers incident.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kenny's one of those guys that should be running a...
He's an interrogator, too.
Yeah.
You
should be running...
Are you cutting him loose and he's going to be looking for a job soon? Is that what we're doing? I don't know.
No, not at all. But, I mean, Kenny's trying to get his own little thing going. So I'm just saying.
Well, a lot of people have a hard time with the no.
He's amazing.
A lot of people don't want to say no. I mean, a lot of people. That's a natural thing. And I mean, even in the agency, you get personnel reviews. We have the same systems internally. It's like you were talking about. It's not a different world, right? It's same processes, and it's a bureaucracy, even though it's a small and it's a great operation. But personnel reviews, you get people coming in and even CIA guys would hate, or women would hate to sit there and say something negative about the person they were reviewing. So what do? You get the same thing you get everywhere else. You kind of pass them along, because, what the hell? Okay, no, you're doing a fine job. Get him out of here. Just get him out of my office or my team or whatever.
What does Kenny's dry hair tell you?
I think he's the sort of guy who likes to get up in the morning and just kind of, get going. He's not fussing a lot about his hair.
I'm probably vitamin deficient.
I'd have to know you a lot better before I could judge that. Yeah.
Kenny stepped up his game today, which
Kenny's a very interesting
appreciate.
guy.
Yeah, you know what my problem is, Mike? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's my problem.
Is it? Have you ever said anything to somebody like for instance?
Everything.
So you think your delivery needs
Yeah,
work?
it's all in the delivery. That's always been my curse.
Didn't you one time, like, he walked up to a woman who had a little baby, and he's just trying to be nice. He goes, "Nice baby." I thought that's where you were going. It's one of my dumb jokes from my act I used to do.
Yeah.
And you never know when Kenny's going to torture you with your own material.
Yeah.
Well, if you can diplomatically, say no, that's a hell of a skill. And about 2% of the people on the planet have that ability.
Here's a good example. Like the first time I worked with Jim years ago, when he was opening for Andrew Dice Clay, big show, 5,000 people, a lot of pressure on the guy, right? Being the opening act.
Yeah.
You got to warm up the audience.
Houston.
You're walking out there cold, right? He's fairly, new in the business, trying to step it up a notch.
Hoping the Dice audience is going to warm up to
Sure.
him.
Right.
All that stuff.
Biggest
A lot of
comic
worries.
on the earth at the time now. He's the opening act. And right before he went on stage, and there was a ritual where Andrew had a stool, and I used to set the stool with 2 bottles of water, and I used to put a towel on the rung of the stool, all right? And you didn't mess with that, with Andrew's water. And Jim, his little crutches, he sips a lot of water while he's on
I
stage.
call it an asset.
Yes. See, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
See what he did right there.
Look at that.
So Jim wanted to walk out with his bottle of water, and he was going to put it on the stool while he was doing his act, right? And I told Jim right before he walked out, right, big pressure, I said, if you forget that bottle of water on the stool, when you come off stage, just keep walking.
Yeah, because he likes to make you comfortable. I almost quit the tour because of Kenny. This is like, we were in Florida, I remember, and I had never done the Vegas. That was the big gig every year, was Vegas. Dice would do Bally's every year, Kenny's family and Dice's family. And so Kenny said to me, because I had never done the gig with the families, Kenny just took me aside and went, "You would never hurt a child, would you?" I was like, what?
Well, Dice had small children at that time.
Yeah, but it was just...
Jim was a little more promiscuous back in those days.
yeah.
And you
really
would
wasn't
probably
paid.
run the crim check on Jim, and so you knew to ask the question.
Yeah, so,
that's
you know,
smart. Yeah.
Yeah, did you run a background check on me when I first started? I didn't care now. It's smart if you did.
No, I called Florentine, and he stood up for you, he vouched for you,
Oh, all right.
you know.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.